everyone. So today I kind of wanted to talk about video games. I don't have too much planned in my head, but it's sort of the topic I wanted to touch upon because I don't have too much time to play video games, but I do enjoy them. And so right now, like I mentioned in the last video, I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 2, which I've already played them before, and I like it. And this is also to sort of mention, to kind of have a topic to it, stuff that can help learning Japanese. And that's actually my first video game in Japanese was Kingdom Hearts for the DS, the one that's called like 350 something over 2 days, or whichever one that was. And the game itself is alright. It's really repetitive. I haven't gotten that far, but I'm really happy because it's in Japanese. So that's what's really nice. The DS does have the capability to be played in Japanese games as well. And the PS3 does as well. Unfortunately, the PS2 does not. And I actually have a PS3 that's backwards compatible, so I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 2 on my PS3 right now, but, you know, Japanese PS2 games will not work on the PS3, apparently, so, which is too bad, but, yeah, I don't really know which games for the PS3 I would like in Japanese. I don't know if you guys have any ideas. The PS3 games that I have, my favorite ones, I love Portal. I mean, Portal 2 especially is the one that I actually have. I've seen Portal played, but I don't own that one. But I love the second one. Got it for my birthday. Love it. I love Assassin's Creed. I have like every Assassin's Creed game on the PS3, and I'm so excited for Revelations coming out soon. What else? I have Infamous. I got Infamous and Little Big Planet for free after the whole PSN being down, and we got 2 free games. So those are the 2 I got, and Little Big Planet is not my favorite game, honestly. I'm sort of weird where I really like completing things. Like that's why I really like the achievements on PS3, because I don't know, I like completing games. Like if there's a map or something, I want to explore every part of that map. Stuff like that. And with Little Big Planet, that's just impossible. There are way too many items, so I just kind of zip through it, and it's not that exciting for me, but not a bad game. And I actually really liked Infamous, which that's really smart of Sony, because I don't think I ever would have bought that game normally, but because I got it for free, now I really like it, and I kind of want to buy the second one. So good marketing technique there. But yeah, decent game too. I also have a Wii, which, oh gosh, I can't remember if you can play Japanese games or not on that. I don't think you can, but I might be wrong. And I haven't been playing anything recently on the Wii. I have Epic Mickey, and I was actually really excited for that game, and I heard that it wasn't that good, but I thought that it would just be kind of, people were expecting something really dark and epic, and it ended up being too much of a kid's game. That's what I heard, but that would be fine with me. I wouldn't mind that it's a kid's game, but then I got it, and then I just realized it's just not a very good game at all. I mean, and it's over stupid things. Like, I feel like it could be such a good game, but things like the camera angles and the lighting are just really bad, and so it's kind of hard. Some parts are confusing. Like, it's just not a very good game. So that's Epic Mickey, and because I've been playing that, my Wii's just been kind of sitting there, even though I love the Wii. So I have a couple other games on there that I haven't finished, but it's stuff that I've gotten as gifts. Like, I got Alice in Wonderland and Avatar: Last Airbender, which games that are based off of movies and shows don't tend to be the best. So they're okay. Like, they're not that bad. I like them okay, but I'm not, obsessed or anything. So yeah, my Wii's been sort of sitting there. If you know of any good Wii games that have come out recently, let me know. My DS I've also haven't been using very much, even though I love the DS, but I feel like I've gotten kind of every game that I would love. I love things like Professor Layton. I love Phoenix Wright, so those are a couple of my favorite games. I like puzzle games like that. And I have, I've played also like Pokemon, that kind of game too. And like I said, I have that Kingdom Hearts game in Japanese, which I do want to play more. If I'm playing my DS, it's usually that. And let's see, oh gosh, so many games. The World Ends With You is one of my favorite games also on DS. So, yeah. I think there's another Kingdom Hearts game on DS as well that I don't have, that I didn't even know about. Like, I didn't know it existed until recently. So I might check that one out. Otherwise, let's see. I don't have a PSP. I wish I did. Only for a few games, though. I would love to play, like... and I mean, okay, so Final Fantasy, right? I have a couple of the games. I've never finished any of them. I'm really close to finishing Final Fantasy X, and I never did. And, okay, so I like Final Fantasy, but the problem is they're so time-consuming. Like, I spend forever leveling up, and I just don't have that kind of time anymore. I mean, I would get pretty bored. So as much as I think that Final Fantasy is beautiful and has great plots and all that, like, it's something that I don't really invest in very much anymore. But on the PS3, I would have liked to play Crisis Core. So that and Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. And there's a couple other PSP games that interest me, but unfortunately I don't have one, and I don't know if there are enough games that I'm interested in to bother getting one. So I might get one, like an old version or something. I don't know. Thoughts? Other than that, I don't have an Xbox. I have nothing against Xbox. I don't really understand those, like, flame wars, like, people who hate on PS3 or who hate on Xbox. I mean, I do think, I mean, Xbox is cheaper, right? Like, it costs less, and I do think that the PS3 is really expensive and not for everybody. But on the other hand, all my friends who have Xboxes, I hear that there's a lot of technical problems with them. So anyway, but I have nothing against Xbox. I never got one because back when I got my PS2, which was my first gaming console ever, I didn't really have video games as a kid. PS2 had all the games that I wanted, and Xbox seemed to have a lot of like war games. Like, I'm really not into FPS, like Modern Warfare and Halo and all that stuff. I'm not really interested in. So that seemed to be more of the Xbox stuff. And nowadays, Xbox and PS3 have so many games in common, but I just kind of was already, I don't know, stuck with PlayStation and liking PlayStation. So that's me. But anyway, nothing against Xbox, but I don't have one. And I have a Mac, so that's not the best computer for video games, and so I'm not a PC gamer or anything. But I do have The Sims 3 that I want to play soon, because apparently you can play, you can choose your language before, and so I thought that that would actually be a really good way to study Japanese, is by playing The Sims in Japanese. Because it's so much just, like, everyday life, just learning the different parts, like, furniture or foods, like, and how to interact with people and stuff like that. It just seems very basic, as opposed to playing a game that had a lot of, like Final Fantasy, where I feel like there'd be less vocab in there that would help me. Not that it's a bad choice, nothing is, but I feel like Sims would be a really good learning thing. And I also loved playing The Sims, when I was younger, Sims 2 or whatever, so, and that is, I have it for Mac, so I will see how that goes, so, yeah, anyway, I think that I've gone over all of my video game thoughts. Yeah, I just never really talked about games here, but it's something that I really enjoy. So yeah, let me know what some of your favorite games are, if you have any recommendations. Any really good games that that are coming out that I should be watching out for. Again, like, some of my favorites are like puzzle games and stuff like that, but I also love Assassin's Creed. But I'm not a fan of FPS or war games or anything like that. Anyway, those are my preferences. And yeah, I hope you found this interesting. Let me know what your favorite games are, and I will talk to you soon.